Shalom. I am Rabbi Nathan Davidovich, speaking to you on behalf of the webyeshiva.org, speaking to you from Efrat, Israel. Today's short Dvar Torah, I'm going to talk about this Parsha. We actually begin a new book of the Torah, Sefer Bamidbar, and the Parsha is Bamidbar. Not by coincidence, as nothing happens by coincidence. This particular portion of the Torah is always read before the holiday of Shavuot, the time when we receive the Torah. What's the connection? So we're going to talk about the connection and basically what our Chachamim say that we need to do to acquire Torah. And basically, they say that Torah is acquired by three things. And what are these three things? We're going to talk about them. The Parsha begins, Vaydaber Hashem Moshe b'midbar Sinai. God spoke to Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai. So before she right away asked, why was the Torah given in a desert? And the Meforshim point out that the Torah was given by three different things. That you needed three different things to receive the Torah, to be able to acquire Torah. You needed, first of all, to have it a midbar. You had to make yourself like a midbar. What is a midbar? A midbar, a desert, a wilderness, is devoid of everything. It's devoid of material things. When we're trying to acquire Torah, we have to make ourselves just like a midbar, not looking to look at the materiality of life, but look at the reality of life. Not materiality, but reality. In a midbar, we see reality. We see there's nothing there to keep us from getting close to Hashem. The second thing is Torah is given by Eish, by fire. And the third thing, by mayim, by water. Where do we learn these things from? First of all, we see that when the Torah is given, it says, V'har Sinai Ashan Kulo Mipnei Asher Yered Alav Hashem. Mount Sinai was all in smoke because God came down upon it. How did he come down upon it? Ba'esh, with fire. With fire. So we see the Torah is given with fire. Now, how do we know that the Torah is given with water? Because it says in Shoftim, it says, Hashem b'tzeifcha me'seir b'tzadecha isdei Adom. God, when you came forth from Seir and you advanced from the country of Edom, Eretz Ra'asha, the earth was trembling. Gam shemayim notfu, gam avim notfu mayim. The heavens dripped and the clouds dripped water. And Rashi, on that pasuk in Shoftim, says, what does it mean the clouds dripped water? It says it dripped water of revival. What needed to be revived? Well, Bnei Yisrael, when Hashem said the first words of the Aseret HaDibrot, Anochi, the people were so frightened that they fell back a great distance. Some say they lost, some Midrashim say they actually lost their souls, they lost their life at that point, and this dew came down to revive them. That's what Rashi means, the water of revival. And the third is Mayim. I'm sorry, that was Mayim. Mayim is a sign, is a symbol of, is a hint at chesed and love, kindness and love. What do kindness and love have to do with acquiring Torah? First, we have to back up a little bit to see what was it that happened when the Bnei Yisrael approached Har Sinai to receive the Torah. The pasuk there says, Vayisu merfidim. This is in Parsha Vayitro. Vayisu merfidim. The Jewish people traveled from Refidim, V'yovu midbar Sinai, they came to the Sinai desert. V'yachnu bamidbar, they camped in the wilderness. V'yichan sham Yisrael neged ahar, and the Bnei Israel camped next to the mountain. And we know that the word Vayichan is singular. It's referring to all of the Bnei Israel, the whole people of Israel, yet it's said in the singular. Why? Because at that one moment in time, Bnei Israel were as one. As Rashi says there, ish echad v'lev echad, like one person, one heart. So we see that the concept of unity was necessary to receive the Torah. When we talk about Mayim representing chesed and love is demonstrated by unity. Love is demonstrated by doing kindness for your fellow man. That's what's needed to get the Torah. Eish. What is Eish? How do we acquire Torah today by Eish? Netivot Shalom says, "V'alav likanes koach ha'eish b'kedusha." It is upon us to receive the power of this fire with holiness, in holiness, bitlavut the kedusha, by being excited with the holiness of it. Light a fire in your heart. When you're doing a mitzvah, when you're studying Torah, let it mean something. You're not just doing something rote. You're not just doing an intellectual exercise, but you are partnering with Hashem in the creation of the world. That's a very solemn act. Do it with fire in your act. The Baal Shem Tov once said, he told us people, his Hasidim, he says, we can learn something from everybody. Everything that happens in life, you can learn a lesson. And one winter in the little shtetl in Europe, one of the Hasidim of the Baal Shem Tov is looking out, and he sees coming down, it was the winter holidays, and he sees that the people of the town had taken a cross carved out of the frozen river and were parading that through the town. And he asked himself, what does that mean? And I know the Rabbi said, you learn from everything. What does that mean? So he went back to the Baal Shem Tov. The Baal Shem Tov is very simple. It's simple. It's that if you don't have the fire of Torah in your heart, you can become like a block of ice. So itlavut bo'esh, we have to be excited when we study Torah, when we do mitzvahs, when we're davening. It's not a rote thing. We're being partners with God. Do it out of fire, a fiery aspect. Make yourself a fire. The other part is midbar. Make yourself like a midbar. A midbar is a sign of nothingness. It means that to really be able to do all these other things, to be able to show chesed to people, you have to be a midbar. You have to have humility. You have to understand that Hashem created us all equally, gave us all different tasks. Nobody is better than anybody else. That's the humility. That's a midbar. The Meforshim say, Anochi bein Atav Hashem. Says the Anochi, the ego, is what stands between you and Hashem. Your ego. Get rid of your ego, you'll be able to come closer to Hashem. These three things, with humility, with love and kindness towards your fellow human being, and with a fiery approach to God, that's how you will receive the Torah. That's how you can receive the Torah. And Torah is a living thing, and it's made more alive by the fire that you put into it. Tonight we are blessed to have Yom Yerushalayim, Jerusalem Day, the day commemorating the miracle when Hashem gave us back the holy city of Yerushalayim, the city of peace. We're somewhat limited in our celebrations tonight because of the coronavirus, but nonetheless, we're all thinking about it. We say Hallel in the prayers tomorrow morning. So I wish everybody a Chag Sameach for Yom Yerushalayim. And Shabbat Shalom. And I thank you for listening on behalf of the webyeshiva.org. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.